So recently, I got heavily back into Inazuma 11 due to Victory Road, and I was having an absolute blast. But then I realized what it was missing. The ability to summon 3 Keshins and absolutely demolish your opponents. That's when I had the bright idea to start the Inazuma 11 GO journey. Right away, the visuals stood out. This game really pushed the 3DS, and the sakura blossoms when you enter Raimon are genuinely beautiful. At the start of the game, no one likes you, and maybe that's true in real life too. I didn't really like JP, Don't Come After Me, but he didn't have the same dynamic as Ricardo, Victor, Axel, Jude, etc. He didn't really seem like much until the second game, where he actually steps up. Victor, however, was insufferable, and I purely mean his voice actor. If you played the EU version like I did, he sounded like an absolute child, which was incredibly jarring. I genuinely turned my 3DS volume off every time he came on screen. His Japanese VA is such a massive step up, which is unfortunate because I was hoping the dub would be on par. The same goes for Arian, but I can't complain too much there. The little scuffle between Victor and Raimon was hilarious, though. Everyone, especially Ricardo and Arian, was so dramatic. Like, are you really crying over a dude you just met? But that's the Inazuma spirit on full display. Honestly, this made Victor the funniest character, because he could almost see how dramatic everyone really was. Vladimir was a super interesting plot point. Obviously, he mirrors Axel and Julia, but Vladimir being a supportive and affectionate brother reminded me of my own. I was really glad to see him get to play at least once in the sequel, because he's personally one of my top 5 characters in this game. Now, the villains were actually really good until the end. Axel's appearance and the slow reveal leading up to Dragonlink were done incredibly well. Even the morals of the plot had me questioning myself, because technically, even the bad schools can get serious funding and grow if they win football matches. So it's basically charity. It was kind of sad how they decided to end the story. Yes, obviously Axel was actually a good guy, but seeing him fully go down a darker path would have been really interesting. That's not even my main issue, though. Dragonlink was. That team came completely out of nowhere and was so annoying. You're forced to play 2 matches back to back, one of them being heavily buffed, and you can't even save between them. Luckily, I trained hard beforehand, so it wasn't too bad for me, but I can easily see people giving up right there. Now let's talk about Keshins. They are genuinely the coolest thing ever introduced in the series. Being able to summon them and completely steamroll other teams felt amazing. That said, my main issue is the lack of them. Yes, the main trio gets Keshins, but what about defenders and midfielders? You're basically left wide open, while the opposing goalkeeper is stopping absolute nukes because of their Keshin. And honestly, that's exactly why Chrono Stones is my favorite game in the Go trilogy, but that's a discussion for another video. Now for the final segment, the characters, and wow, what a lineup of wasted potential. Sol Daystar, Njord, Baelong, one of the coolest villain casts in the entire franchise. I was really hoping they'd form some kind of Inazuma Japan style team, but instead we got boxers and fish-looking people. The post-credit scene with Baelong was great, though. He's easily one of the coldest characters in the series. He doesn't mess around at all. Just look at White Hurricane. There's a reason he's Victor's counterpart. As for the main cast, I'm honestly glad the game ended when it did. Some characters just annoyed me. Kaiser, Eugene, and Dodge were painful to deal with, though I will admit Kaiser does grow on you by the end. They handled the loss of football much better here than in other games, especially with how everyone slowly changes because of Arian. Speaking of Arian, he's a love-hate character for me. I don't really like him as a leader. He has no authority and relies heavily on the power of friendship. Ricardo, on the other hand, is a tactical genius, just like his dad Jude, and I genuinely think he would have been a better captain, even in the later games. Mark Evans, though, continued aura farming. I loved his presence. Jude was kind of meh, but Mark and Axel together remained iconic. Overall, this game was really good. The maps were great, the moves were phenomenal, and the callbacks to Inazuma 11 too were a nice touch. Some characters were wasted, but at least they return in future games. And if you decide to play this yourself, don't use the European voices. Thanks for watching.